Welcome back to normal music.
Welcome. Camera's over here, buddy.
Welcome back to normal music.
Welcome back to normal music.
The only podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple of albums.
Yes.
Which is crazy for us, I realize.
We never do that.
So, the album I brought to the table today.
We're doing it immediately?
I mean, let's jump right in, right? Well, let's get the meat and potatoes, the intro out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we have some housekeeping.
Yes.
To discuss.
I'm just surprised because we usually spend at least 15 minutes talking about something else or wrestling.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
So I presented to you the Dolly Parton record from 1973, My Tennessee Mountain Home.
Yes, you did.
And also an album that I wanted to talk about as sort of like a companion piece, which is Coat of Many Colors. Did you listen to both of them?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Okay. And you gave to me
Mutantes.
Mutantes. Self-titled.
Yes.
From like 68.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Cool.
Great.
I listened to the shit out of this album.
Okay.
And you listened to these Dolly records.
The shit out of those.
Okay, great. So we're off to an awesome start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, turn this way a little bit more.
Anyway.
A little more. There you go. Just get a look at your pretty face.
Fuck music. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event, which aired 2 nights ago at the time of recording. This was at Madison Square Garden, which has had no shortage of controversies lately. But I would say the show went off pretty well.
This was a good one.
This was a pretty exciting one.
Yeah.
I'll just talk about the 5 segments that happened here, and then we'll move on to the music.
Yes, you have less than 10 minutes
I'll
to get through it.
Yeah,
breeze through.
Totally. Okay.
We can't have a repeat of episode 1/2.
Saturday night's main event opens with a women's tag team championship match. It's the current champion, which was Brie Bella, and her current tag partner Paige.
Honey, I gotta say it. The camera's over here.
Because Nikki Bella.
You're looking at yourself.
I don't want to look at them.
Okay.
I want to look at me. Okay. Look at me.
I know.
How could you not? It helps me think.
Okay.
Brie Bella and Paige were the current champions going in. I say were because they did lose the titles during this match.
I missed that one.
You were. I
was booking it home after
work. It's true. You had just gotten off work.
Yeah.
So
was that a good one? Did it matter that much?
It was an okay match, actually.
Okay.
As far as Brie and Paige matches.
I don't like watching them wrestle. If I'm
So-
gonna be completely, they like kind of annoy the shit.
Here's what made it work is
Okay.
that their opponents were Fatal Influence, who were recently called up from SmackDown.
Right.
Have really been making moves.
Okay.
Both at the top level of NXT and recently on the main roster. They're really good. They made Brie and Paige look awesome.
Okay, that's good.
Not that Paige isn't. I mean, I don't have a fully formed perception of Paige yet. I don't have a major opinion of Paige.
Yeah.
I want to see her in singles. Is basically my opinion right
Okay.
now. Is that I want to see her go into singles and see what she can do.
I'd like that too because I don't like whatever tag.
And I think that's going to happen now because
Yeah.
they lost the titles.
Right.
So we move on with Fatal Influence as the women's champions. That's awesome. Then we have Danhausen on what is now his home turf, New York.
Yes.
Against JD McDonough. And full transparency, I'm a huge JD McDonough fan.
Really?
He really. I don't know if I've ever gotten into that.
You haven't gotten into it necessarily, but like I do,
Alongside Finn Balor, his mentor.
I love Finn.
I think JD is an incredible talent.
Yeah.
And I think he's being booked really well and frequently right now.
Yeah.
On TV. I'm so
He's
happy
good in
to
the
see him.
Judgment Day.
He's so good with
Yeah.
the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has an incredibly bright future ahead of him. I think he's really, really stellar. As a wrestler, I think he cuts a good promo. I wish he had
That's
more
true.
mic time.
Yeah.
Good accent. He's handsome. If you can get past the
Rude.
no, but he's got a great look. He has a great body. He's built.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Danhausen versus JD, awesome match. Really good.
I feel like we never see Danhausen wrestle, which I don't. He's starting to annoy me as like a backstage character.
Yeah.
I like watching him wrestle.
It's good to get. There should be more of a balance. I agree
Yes.
because he is good in the ring.
Yeah.
He looks
He's
cool
very entertaining
as a wrestler,
and he brings out a lot of camp and stuff and
you get to look at that fucking raw ass tattoo on his chest.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
He's so sick.
He's sick.
He's starting to kind of get on my nerves a little bit just because of I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but Yeah, I want to see him in the ring a lot more.
Yeah. A basketball
Minihausen's-
player came out. Minihausen's came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool match. Danhausen takes the win, obviously. New York goes crazy. Bailey versus Lyra. For those that aren't watching the show, Bailey and Lyra have a pretty long history of being partners.
Yeah.
They're currently in the middle of a feud that is ostensibly Bailey's fault. They were doing this sort of like weird, insensitive, bipolar thing with Bailey.
Well, when I first started watching, that's what they were doing with Bailey, and I was like,
And it was
she's
rough.
annoying.
Yeah,
like
it was-
immediately, I did not like her.
It was really annoying.
Yeah.
It was really rough. It was really misguided.
I've warmed up to her now. Well, because I also, when she started tagging with Lyra, or I don't know how long that's been going on, but I really did not like Lyra either. You know this. Every single time they both would run out, I would go, ugh.
Yes.
Like,
No, it was kind of the whole household sentiment as far as like our group that watches. There isn't like a huge Lyra fan. Shay kind of likes Lyra, I think, but Lyra has just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't
outfits are also
really didn't
respectfully-
like her feud with Becky, and Becky's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Well, she's the best.
She's the best in the
Sports
world.
Illustrated is saying it. They're all saying it.
They're all saying it. Everybody, and I'm saying it for
Yes.
sure all the time.
Screaming it to the heavens.
So Bailey Lyra, Lyra turned on Bailey a little while ago, maybe a couple weeks ago rather.
A couple weeks ago, she turned into a homeless person.
She's got like this crazy new like
She looks-
unhoused person sort of look.
right.
Sort of yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you better be. It was a pretty good match, all in all.
Well, Bailey, Bailey smashed the shit
Oh,
out of Lyra's
Bailey
nose.
busted the fuck out of Lyra.
And
Yeah,
immediately she started
gushing blood.
everywhere.
And I was saying, call it.
And they didn't.
And they didn't.
pulled
Lyra,
Becky.
Lyra got right back in there. And honestly, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was like I was actually excited to watch that match.
Yes, I'm actually more in either of their corner
Yes.
right now than I've ever been, just because I think that this match sort of blew off a lot of steam and also is allowing some new story to rise to the top, I
Yeah,
hope.
and I think the crazy bitch thing works way better for Lyra than it does for Bailey, who's like supposed to be like the role model. Right?
model,
Like she's
yeah.
supposed to be the like I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, the role
Right,
model.
the
That's her
locker
whole-
room leader.
That's
the,
her whole thing.
The eternal babyface, yeah.
Yeah. And I think this works so much better for Lyra because she actually has a personality now.
Yeah, and a cool accent.
And a cool
Irish.
Mm-hmm.
We love an Irish wrestler in this house.
Yes.
Finn Balor,
Finn Balor.
Becky.
Yeah.
Sheamus.
What's up with so many Irish wrestlers?
It was really it's a lot to get into.
Okay. Yeah. We don't have time.
They just make them different over there.
Truly.
Okay. The main event was Cody Rhodes and CM Punk tagging against Gunther and Sami Zayn.
I was so fucking excited for
If
this.
Gunther and Sami Zayn, this was the stipulation. If Gunther and Sami Zayn won this match,
Yeah.
then Cody versus Punk at SummerSlam was going to become a fatal four-way. Cody versus Punk versus Sami versus Gunther at SummerSlam.
which I did not want.
I didn't want it either.
Yeah.
Obviously, neither do Cody and Punk.
Yeah.
So Cody and Punk won. And
was
they
a
won
really- it was a-
partially due to interference from the general manager of SmackDown, Nick Aldis,
Mm-hmm.
who came in and struck Gunther,
Did you see-
his employee.
Did you see that Gunther and Aldis are officially going out
Yes,
of SmackDown?
they got into it again
Or,
at Fanatics Fest.
Summer
And
Smash Slam.
Nick Aldis versus Gunther at SummerSlam is official,
Yeah.
which is fucking awesome,
That's
in
gonna
my
be
opinion.
so fun.
Anyone hating on that, I won't say what I want to say.
Okay.
And then there was a fifth segment where Roman Reigns came out with
Oh yeah.
team captain of the Knicks, Jalen Brunson.
That was so.
That was a little rough.
It was weird. Nick
was-
Brunson had no idea what to do.
Brunson was wearing sunglasses the whole time, first of all. And
Forgot about that.
he is obviously an extremely talented athlete. I will not take anything away from his ability.
Yeah, tread lightly, I guess, with this.
He is not a very expressive guy.
No.
Entertainment television, sports entertainment is not for him. Sports is for him. Sports entertainment is not for him, I don't think. He's no like Lil Yachty.
Oh, true.
For sure. It's not a crossover realm where I think he excels. He was presented with a custom title that looks pretty fucking sick.
Yes.
And they ran way over time and delayed the
I was
AAA
gonna
taping.
say so over time that they delayed AAA.
We were like, let's watch AAA now, and AAA still wasn't on 15 minutes into its start time.
We were like, did they cancel it? Like, what's going on? I don't understand.
A couple minutes later, here they
Yeah.
go. Oh, they were just waiting for Roman to shut up. Okay.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so that was Saturday night's main event. I'm super excited for SummerSlam.
Thank God I'm working 9 to 5, and then I have on Saturday and then all of Sunday off. So wrestling
Same.
is my weekend.
Actually, same.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
I have something to say though. To add.
Tell me.
When Punk whipped his title over his shoulder, he smacked Cody in the face. And that was weird. And did you see the backstage video of that?
No.
So there is some backstage video, and it was Cody like coming for Punk, being like, when you hit me in the face with your title, that was an accident, right? That was a fucking accident, right? And Punk was like, yeah, I don't know if it was real, but it was very convincing if I'm being completely honest. And Punk was like, yeah, it was a fucking accident. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And then Cody saw that someone was filming them, and Cody starts going after the camera guy. And then Triple H is like trying to break it up.
Yeah.
And Cody's like freaking out at Punk, and they're going after each other.
This is going to be
verbally.
good. This is going to be really good.
Really good.
I think both of our SummerSlam main events, the other one being Roman versus Seth, I think these are both set up to be very, very compelling matches.
I'm so excited.
Pray that there's no injury, that there's no technical issues, that they can just have two really incredible one-on-one matches with a lot of history. I mean, I think this SummerSlam is going to fucking rule.
I think it's going to be great.
They just released a bunch of tickets for $25, so they filled out the crowd. Tickets weren't selling very well, but it's not actually. People say, whatever.
So we should go. Minnesota is what you're saying, right?
I wish we could. We have a lot of regular work to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, and other things. That we'll have to... All right, 13 minutes in. This is good.
Get us started on some music. Why don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's pull up my notes. Hopefully everything works just fine. All right. You want me to go first with my album that I chose for you?
I hope my text, a very personal text, came through on my phone. I hope it didn't show up on camera.
Your
You'll
phone?
You'll have to blur that.
What happened?
It's nothing. I'll tell you later.
Oh my God. Okay. So I assigned you Os Mutantes.
Yes.
The 1968 psych rock Tropicalia album
Yes.
from Brazil. Because last week we talked about Club de Esquina.
We did.
Still don't know.
I loved it.
Yeah, still don't know if that. I probably am totally butchering that.
How far off could you be?
You're Portuguese. You should know how to
I should
pronounce
know.
this stuff.
I should
Yeah.
know.
So
in my bones.
I was very excited because you seem to have not really tread waters in maybe more international stuff, and on top of that, stuff from like the 60s and 70s.
Certainly not 60s and 70s international music.
Right, and that's
by any means.
some shit that I love, especially Brazilian stuff.
Yeah.
It's so good. So I was taking what I thought was a little bit of a risk with this one. Because
Yeah.
this is a strange album.
Yeah.
This, fun fact, was put on a Rolling Stone list of top 40 stoner albums.
Really?
I know.
Interesting.
Isn't that funny? It was like number 38 or something. So let me
I'll have
talk
to give some
you.
thought to that.
Well, maybe we should get high and get some thought
Maybe.
to that. Yeah, figure it out. Determine for ourselves. So let me talk to ya. Os Mutantes. Brazilian psych rock Tropicalia band. Formed by, originally, there's been a bunch of different iterations, a lot of people in and out, whatever. But originally, it's Rita Lee, Sergio Diaz, and Arnaldo Batista. And Arnaldo Batista and Sergio Diaz are brothers.
Okay.
So
this is a three-piece.
This is a three-piece, yeah, for the most part. They also, I'll get into a little bit too, but so they were like teenagers when they formed. And they kind of started out on... I feel this is so much more common, and we'll get to this when it comes to Dolly too. They started out like just playing music on TV shows,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. What is up with that? The 60s and 70s, everyone was just rocking out on a TV show.
Yeah, it's where people wanted to hear it.
I guess.
TV was the new radio.
Yeah.
What was on the radio, man? Tunes.
So they were like doing all that stuff, and then they kind of became under the wing of two Tropicalia legends. Where are their names? Yeah. Gilberto Gil and Zaitano Veloso.
Cool.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing those correctly. I really love Gil's stuff. He's amazing. There's this one album, I think also from 68, that I should send you that it's funky and gorgeous.
Okay.
And then Veloso has worked with like all the major like Tropicalia stuff. So I didn't really know much about Tropicalia music. I kind of just knew this was psych rock. And I think that this is important to get into this specific genre of like what this band is. So Tropicalia emerged. It wasn't just like a music genre, but also just a general avant-garde art scene.
Sure, a movement.
A movement of film, photography, poetry, and music, of course, and all of that. And it was very much an anti-military government movement.
Okay.
Because Brazil was under a dictatorship at the time. And
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so this kind of stuff was heavily censored, and it really ruffled a lot of feathers. Gilberto Gil and Veloso were also at one point exiled from Brazil, and Os Mutantes were like threatened with expulsion, exile.
So this would have been like at the same time as like a part of the civil rights movement.
Yes.
And the hippie movement. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Well,
all of the upheaval that was happening sort of all over the world.
They were very inspired by American psych rock, obviously.
And
that kind of stuff that was coming out at the time, that was inherently also very political too, you know. Peace and love, and also just like getting weird and like do a bunch of drugs and shit.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting. This came out in 68, as we said. The sounds come from all over the place. Samba, traditional Brazilian music, crazy psych rock. They use a lot of distortion, and a bunch of just like different recording techniques it was just like they were just kind of fucking around a bunch in the studio, which is great.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, about half of the songs, maybe not half, but a good chunk of the songs are covers. Did you know that?
No,
when you were
I did
listening
not
to this?
realize that.
Yeah, so there is a Mama and the Papas cover. Once Was a Time I Thought, which is hard for a dyslexic person to read out loud.
I'm not very. I've heard Mamas and the Papas, quite a bit of it actually, but I'm not. I'm not a fan.
Once was a time I thought.
Once was a time I thought.
That sounds wrong. But they changed the title to
I wouldn't have
Tempo,
recognized
no Tempo.
it. I definitely wouldn't have recognized it unless it was like one of the huge hits, which even then maybe not.
I feel like we sung Mamas and the Papas songs in elementary school. Did they do California Dreamin'? California Dreamin'.
Sure, yeah. I think they did. Yeah.
Sung that a lot at Happy Valley Elementary.
Yeah.
For sure. Then they did a Francois Hardy cover. French. Let's see if I can do this. La première.
You have to do the accent.
La première bonjour de jour.
See, it sounds good if you do the accent.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't know who Jorge Ben is, but Amina Amenia is a menina. This is gonna suck, dude. It's all in Portuguese and French.
It's
I can't
okay.
do this. Okay. So Gal Costa, they did a cover of Gal Costa's Baby, and Gal Costa was a like Tropicalia contemporary of theirs. She is amazing.
Okay.
Listen to her work. She did a lot of work with, I think she was like mostly working with Veloso, but then ended up kind of doing her own thing, and her stuff is fucking incredible.
So when it comes to Tropicalia's music side, is it all sort of this mix of what was contemporary, somewhat subversive types of music at the time, mixed with the traditional musics of these places like bossa nova and samba and stuff?
I think so, yeah. That's what it seems like. Definitely. They also took, like African beats and all kinds of stuff, just like pulling shit from all over the place and throwing it at the wall.
As the psychedelic movement tended to do.
As it tended to do.
Yeah.
And then there was one more, Savuka and Miriam Makeba. And then I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that.
So it was a lot of covers.
It was a lot of covers. There were, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 covers on there, at around 10 or 11
Have you heard
songs.
these originals?
I've heard Baby, and I think that's it. I will not take the time, I don't know, to listen to the Mamas and the Papas, so I have not heard that other one. Maybe I will. Probably not.
I wonder how like out there these covers are. I'd be curious to hear
I'm
them.
sure very out there.
But yeah, what do you how'd you find this album?
I think Isaac suggested it to me.
Okay.
At some point, like many years ago, and
Friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the show, my baby brother, who will for sure be a guest.
You'll meet him. You'll meet him.
You'll meet him. Don't even worry about it. So I was like getting really into psych rock and stuff at the time, and just more experimental music in general. And he suggested that to me, and I loved it. I immediately fell in love with it. It was so strange because okay, we talked about this last time on the pod. So sorry, huge Beatles fan.
Yes,
I was, especially when I was like in elementary school and stuff. And they're very inspired by Sgt. Pepper's, and like for this one, and I totally fell in love with it immediately, and I would play it a lot at work. Because I worked at a vintage store, and we kind of had like this vibe, whatever. Or maybe I didn't, but I remember later on it became a staple because my old coworker, Frances, one of the loves of my life, I love Frances, she started playing it, and I was like, holy shit, I love this album too. And she was a very intimidating person, especially like at work, 7 years ago or so. We've all grown and changed a lot since then. And I was like scared. What are they doing?
What are they doing?
It's fine. Just ignore them.
It's fine.
Just ignore them. Cats. She intimidated the fuck out of me. And then she played this album, and I was like, I have something to talk to her about. I was like, I love this album. Oh my goodness. And we were then warming up to each other.
Little window into Frances's soul.
She will deny that she's intimidating or was intimidating, or especially like me being scared of her. She was like, I liked you, but I always liked you. I'm like, bitch, you're horrifying. I love her. She's like my sister. She's the best.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Yeah. So yeah, it just kind of became a staple in like my life in a lot of ways. And but funnily enough, I had not heard any of their other albums.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of looking through. I found this pretty good Pitchfork article also about like Tropicalia music. Though granted, it was like the same 5 artists that I just mentioned, over and over again.
Right.
Granted, all of those are very important records, within the movement.
But I guess you'd kind of consider it like surface level.
I guess it's Pitchfork.
Yeah.
But that's what's up with that. I'm so curious to hear your thoughts. You said you've listened to this a lot.
I listened to this album very many times. I listened to it like multiple times a day, basically every day since you recommended it.
Kenny, I hope this is a good sign.
I don't know if it's a good sign.
Ooh, okay.
I have mixed feelings about Os Mutantes.
I'm glad that you at least took a lot of time to listen to it.
I really dove in. I really dove into this one.
Great.
Because it is interesting to listen to. I would even venture to say that it's oftentimes fun to listen to.
I think it's super fun.
Here's my problem. Here's my bone to be picked with this album. I don't like psychedelic music. I listened to it several times. And every time it opened up to me more and more every listen, and I heard more and more of it more clearly. And every time I would make a pass on it, I would hear more of that British invasion, more of that Jimi Hendrix, more of that kind of stuff. And it kind of washed away the mystique a little bit. Because it just kind of became another 60s, 70s-esque rock record to me. It became less weird the more I listened to it. and the less weird it became, the more transparently psych rock that it sounded to me, the more I soured on it.
Right.
Because I was like, it's just starting to sound like the same old thing that I expressed on last episode that just isn't my cup of tea, right? So like once I like, it was like there was a nice layer of whipped cream on top where it was like all these new sounds and like the novelty of a whole new record. And once I had licked all of that off, then, and I heard like the underlying, the building blocks that are within my frame of reference.
Right.
That's the stuff that I just don't have a taste for. So I think I'm not going to be able to go back to this one.
That's okay.
Because I don't want to listen to like, I just don't want to hear that sort of psych rock.
Right.
Like, that sensibility, that songwriting style and stuff.
Right.
It actually makes a lot of sense to me that a lot of these are covers. Now that I think about
Isn't
it.
it funny? I chose this album for you because I wanted, clearly you were very into that Bossa Nova record. But I wanted to test the waters a little bit and see if you would dig kind of a psych rock thing. Because I was getting really into old, weird, like experimental 60s psych rock and 70s stuff. For a little bit, what was I listening to? You know what? Couldn't tell you. That's okay.
You listen to a lot of music.
I do listen to a lot of music. So
it comes and goes.
This one really stuck with me because it felt like, yes, you could obviously see the influences and everything, but it also felt very like fresh and different.
Oh, it sounds original. It does. It just doesn't go. I don't know. To compare it to Club de Esquina, it just kind of sounded like nothing I had ever heard before. And I liked how it sounded. So those together made for an album that really stuck with me, that I'll go back to for sure. But this, like I said, I just kind of started to see through it. Right. Not like I'm the fucking I have.
What do you have?
Not to toot my own horn is what I mean. Right. Not that I'm like this incredible big-brained. I'm not able to scry through every piece of music I hear. It's what my brain was churning.
Sure.
This record into.
I feel
it was distilling it down to only the things that I had a distaste for.
I feel like that can happen.
Which I've done a couple of times on this show already.
Right.
Which might be a problem. A personal problem.
I feel like that can happen a lot with, like, maybe this is like a half-finished thought. That can happen a lot with older albums where you have heard these sounds so many times and heard the influence that they have had on more modern music that I find to be so fucking insufferable and corny that I hate, especially within psych rock, modern day psych rock and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
Emma and I talk about this concept with movies a lot.
Yeah.
She didn't watch, I'm not like putting her on blast. This is just neutral information. She didn't watch The Matrix until college, I think.
Right.
A film class in college. And she was like, I see now that this is where all of this came from, but I can't take this seriously because I've seen all of this before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like from your point of view, it can be like that. Because
Yes.
I can do the same thing too. Definitely especially with movies.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, okay, this does nothing for me because I've seen this so many times before and it's been referenced so many times, or, it's been filtered through constantly.
Yes.
And it's not doing anything new or interesting, which can sour how you see the influences
Yes.
of the things that are being influenced, which sucks. And something that maybe you and I both need to get the fuck over.
Something maybe we can work on. But
Talk on it. Yeah. Talk about it.
This album is abrasive at moments in its weirdness in a way that I didn't find unpleasant.
Okay, good.
I really liked the experimentation for the most part.
Great.
What's up with it's 2 albums in a row with a bunch of mouth sounds
Oh.
on the track list.
I don't know.
It didn't make me like. It didn't.
You thinking about like on Baby, where they're like,
Yeah, it didn't like disgust me with rage like it did on
Tweez.
on Tweez, but it's still gross.
it's so gross. And we've talked about how that is one of my least favorite sounds.
Yeah.
Ever is just like yucky mouth sounds.
Yes.
People chewing, slurping, people drinking out of jars and stuff, and then breathing through their
Jars
nose
specifically,
and
yeah.
you can hear horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So for next week, if I could make any request at all, you're free to recommend whatever you want. That's very precarious over there.
Rooster.
You're free to recommend anything you want, but if I can make a request, please minimize the disgusting mouth sounds if possible.
Okay. I'll try. We'll see.
Okay. Let me put a rating on this sucker. I'm going to call it a 6.
Okay. I'm okay with
I think
that.
it's above average.
Definitely. I'd say it's about an 8 or so.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm glad that you at least took the time to really listen to it.
I was quite immersed. I'll say that.
I mean, that's
it's
something.
engaging. It's an engaging album.
Because you only listened to Since I Left You like twice.
Yes,
Barely.
barely twice. Yeah. Yeah, this one was by no means upsetting me in the same way that Since I Left You was. So
I hate that.
So that's big.
I was listening to Since I Left You in the car with Elliot the other day. I was like, I'm in such a good mood. Let's turn on the Avalanches. And I was like,
I'm so happy for you.
Bugging out.
7 minutes to
7
the hour.
Till the hour. You can hear Kenny's wristwatch goes off 7 minutes before the hour. Well, technically it's 8 on here.
Close enough.
Close enough. It's fine. All right.
Cool.
Let's talk about Dolly.
Let's talk about Dolly.
So, Kenny Rosa. Well, maybe you get into it.
Dolly Parton is a fucking hero of our time.
Does she? I don't think she needs an
She
introduction.
needs no introduction, obviously.
Right.
But the album that I brought to the table is My Tennessee Mountain Home from 1973. I would like to call attention to like a pretend trilogy
You wrote this upside down in my Spanish
of
notebook.
albums. Here we go. Okay,
Kenny's been making notes in my Spanish notebook about music.
So let me tell you about. You also listen to Coat of Many Colors. Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors came out in 1971. Dolly Parton's Touch Your Woman came out in 1972. Dolly Parton's My Tennessee Mountain Home came out in 1973.
Okay.
I consider Coat of Many Colors and My Tennessee Mountain Home, for me, is sort of a duology in my head.
Okay.
With Touch Your Woman as, I don't want to downplay this album. It's kind of a footnote, in my opinion. Did you listen to it?
No,
Okay.
I only listened to the 2 that you suggested for me. I didn't know that this was like, because you just told me that they're kind of like sister.
For me, they're sister albums. And for the sake of illustrating a point about Dolly Parton and
Great.
about My Tennessee Mountain Home specifically.
I'm excited.
There's some pretty decent stuff on Touch Your Woman too. And it doesn't take away from my point. So I think actually let's start briefly with Coat of Many Colors, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We're looking at, let's highlight a couple of tracks on Coat of Many Colors. First, the title track. It starts with Coat of Many Colors. We go into a track called Travelin' Man. A little bit down the album, we have The Mystery of the Mystery. And then we have Early Morning Breeze. These are the songs I want to talk about. Okay. Let's talk about Coat of Many Colors, and I also want to talk about your mom a little bit.
Kenny. Okay.
I want to talk about Jane.
Okay.
Songs about Jane.
It's about my mom. So
Well, tell me what you thought of Coat of Many Colors, the album.
Kenny,
In brief.
I'm gonna cry. Right
Don't
now.
cry. Please don't cry. I mean, whatever. Let it go.
I loved it.
Okay, awesome.
I loved
awesome,
it,
awesome.
and I loved My Tennessee Mountain Home. Coat of Many Colors I could only listen to once because the intro song makes me sob like a baby. Thinking about it right now, my voice is shaky.
It's a beautiful
Look,
song
there's
for
tears
anyone
in
that
my
hasn't
eyes.
heard. First of all, for anyone that hasn't heard,
Camera's over here, baby.
for anyone that hasn't heard
You don't care.
Dolly Parton in general, or for anyone who's only familiar with like the late 70s and into the 80s era of Dolly Parton, post Jolene is what I call it. Jolene, not to take anything away from it, that is a fucking disco song. First of all, dude.
Okay.
Dolly Parton was a country artist once upon a time. You gotta listen to Coat of Many Colors. You gotta listen to My Tennessee Mountain Home. These are not long records.
No, they're like a half an hour, barely.
But they're like incredible achievements of Americana and of traditional country music. You should listen to these fucking albums. And you did.
Yeah, I listened to the shit out of them. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. So, I'm not gonna have you look at those because you keep fucking looking at the monitor. Look at the camera.
I know. I can't stop looking at my handsome self.
So, I had not gotten into Dolly like really at all.
Yes.
I've heard plenty of Dolly songs, and I've loved most of Jolene. You can't go wrong with Jolene.
Of course.
There's this one Christmas song that she has that I love. Good Old Country Christmas.
yeah.
It's so good, so catchy. I have a lot of actually really, really great country Christmas albums to listen to.
Sick. We can do a special.
There's a lot of really good Christmas albums actually that we should get into. So but I'd never listened to a full Dolly album, let alone two.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
I was surprised and also very excited that you recommended them to me because it was just like it's territory that I have not really traversed. And I like country music.
Yes.
I like country music a lot, especially older country music. I was talking with Isaac on the phone and he was like, oh, you're listening to country because he's a big like country fan. He knows a lot about it, and is very inspired by it within like his own music and everything. And he was like, well, like, you don't even really like country music, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I actually don't know what you're talking about. I was definitely, I'm sure, more sour on it, like, in the past.
Yeah.
But
I was so
of course.
utterly jaded about
course.
country
Because there's a lot
in
of,
general for most of my life.
Dude, post 9/11, country got so bad. Not all of it, of course.
Not all of it, but
like...
even a lot of artists who I think made good stuff pre 9/11 just went down the fucking toilet. Don't even get me started on fucking Toby Keith, dude.
I won't.
Please don't.
Okay. So we'll be here all day. So this was exciting to kind of dive more into 70s country that I really like. And then I've kind of
an icon at that.
True.
Dolly.
Yes.
Someone who's ubiquitous.
Well,
But maybe this deep stuff just isn't that well known anymore, and that's so unfortunate.
My
I think.
Tennessee Mountain Home, I think, is like her 11th studio solo album, right? In 73?
73. And I like when I talk about the Coat of Many Colors, Touch Your Woman, My Tennessee Mountain Home, 71, 2, 3. There are albums in between those albums.
She's a beast.
Duet albums.
She's a beast.
So many duets. I mean, and she started in the 50s, and year after year after year after year, albums or 2 albums a year. She's an absolute workhorse.
She's a Capricorn.
A beautiful stallion.
She's a Capricorn, so she's constantly working, and I'm a Pisces, so I cry really easily when I'm reminded of my family or just kind of anything in general, actually. I'm a big crybaby.
Yeah.
Coat of Many Colors, like, really got to me, and I'm glad that you brought up my mom. So my mom, Jane Beach, the legend, the one and only, she was a seamstress, is a seamstress, has made all of my Halloween costumes. She's made wedding dresses. She is like this incredible, and she's very crafty.
Yes.
She'll take rags and turn them into a coat, you know? And I have, seen her. She taught me how to sew when I was like 2 years old, you know? Little too young to be using a sewing machine, but I know how to do it.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that one really got to me.
I think of her when I listen to this song. I think of her. I think of your family. And I think of my Aunt Kathy as well, who was sort of the seamstress in my family growing up. She was the one who was making my like Winnie the Pooh costumes and stuff.
Do you have photos?
Sewing
of
them
that?
from scratch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kim?
There's photos.
I should call Kim.
I think I was Tigger at one point. Yeah. There's some really good ones.
Why don't I have your mom's phone number?
I don't know.
I should have your
you
mom's
guys
phone
you guys should trade dig. So, and and we're not unique, I think, in this experience.
Totally.
I think.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, this song has resonated massively. I think this is, as far as Dolly's middle era, I think this is her most iconic piece.
It seems like it when I was going through, you know, how they have on like, well, I use YouTube Music, but just the general like most popular songs that they have. I swiped just a little bit, and Coat of Many Colors was on there.
Yes.
And that was also the only album that Isaac had heard all the way through as well.
Right.
I think. So
Yeah,
that's
I think aside from Jolene, isn't much of an album as well as another shorty, but I think that Coat of Many Colors is her most iconic. If I had to osmose and guess based on that, and part of that is the relatability.
This is something I had in my notes. So I don't think this is a new thing to say at all, but I was going to say this in relation to especially my Tennessee Mountain Home. The more personal and honed in the artist, the art is, you know, the artist is talking about their own personal experience. I feel like the more universal the reach is.
I agree.
And
those specifics are what make it relatable.
Exactly.
To the most people.
Yeah. So that was so great about. I think that's what's so great about her music, but especially My Tennessee Mountain Home, which is all about her specific home, her 11 brothers and sisters.
6 boys, 6 girls.
Mm-hmm, mom and dad sure loved each other. Which
they must have.
That made me giggle.
They must have.
Was like, oh. And how, it just, like, I can't relate to her, like, specific experience living in a shack with such a big family. But I can
relate to it's the emotion, it's the lived experience, it's how we interact with our families, how we reflect upon that time, what was important to us. I think she really speaks to that on both of these albums.
Totally.
One thing I want to say about Coat of Many Colors as an album and how it relates to My Tennessee Mountain Home, I think what we see here is an artistic transition. I might even say an evolution of Dolly Parton as an artist and a songwriter and a storyteller. Dolly Parton's storytelling is, I think, one of her greatest strengths.
Yes.
Among, like, the 10 pillars of Dolly Parton. Everything about her is amazing. Her look, her voice, her storytelling. She's an instrumentalist, a multi-instrumentalist. She plays the damn zither.
What the fuck is that?
The auto harp, which is a type of zither.
What's the zither?
It's a stringed instrument.
Okay.
It's flat. The version she plays is a button corded version.
Okay.
She's one of the happy few that play this
so
instrument.
fucking
She's so cool. So, Coat of Many Colors, the song. This feels autobiographical. Now, is the Coat of Many Colors real? I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Well, because the painting, I'm assuming, of her in her little coat of many colors.
Yes. Right? So could that have been fictionalized for the sake of the record? Maybe. Because it's not exactly as described in the text of the song, right? So where are we taking liberties, in the image or in the song? It doesn't matter. It's basically my point, is that it feels real, which is a testament to her songwriting.
100%.
And then if we get a little deeper into the track list, we get to Travelin' Man.
Oh,
which is a funny little jaunt.
Here's the thing. I was so fucking glad when Traveling Man came on because I was full blown pacing around the house sobbing, listening to Coat of Many Colors. And then Traveling Man came on, and I was like, thank fucking God.
A reprieve, a little bit of a respite.
Because I was like, if the whole album is like this, I can't fucking handle it. I can't listen to it. And that was a little bit of my thing with my Tennessee Mountain Home. It was like, I don't know if I could keep listening to this.
Yes.
Because I was getting so emotional. Side note, when I was talking to Elliot about the album, I started crying while talking about it.
Friend of the show,
my girlfriend. I started crying talking about it because I was getting so emotional. I don't know what came over me, but I literally, Kyla was standing underneath me, my dog. Kyla was standing underneath me, and my big anime tears were dripping onto him. It was too much. I get it.
We're both people that can be moved by art in that way, I think.
Sure. Sure.
Criers.
Cry. Are you a crier?
When it comes to like movies and music and stuff like that, I think I tend to be.
Yeah. Well, you and I
don't put on fucking Leader of the Band in front of me. I'll tell you that much.
You and I sat next to each other sobbing in Lord of the Rings.
We did. So if that's any evidence, Traveling Man is a funny little story about Dolly hooking up with a traveling salesman that's coming to her house in secret behind her mom's back, and then her mom start running away with this guy.
It was so good. Well, then I was
like, it's a funny ass track.
I was like, okay, yes, these are characters.
Exactly.
These are, like,
that's when we start to go, okay.
Right. It's not all.
It's informed by her life, but she's a storyteller. She's weaving a yarn here. Just
like what was the song where he or she meets like the big scary man and they fall in love, and I think it's on Coat of Many Colors.
Is it?
Right.
Well, we've got a few here.
But that one was so cute too, where everyone in the town was talking about this big scary man, and she's like, "Well, I went right up to his door and knocked, and he had a big black beard, and and then we fell in love."
Yes.
I couldn't, I ended up staying.
So you get a few character perspectives from Dolly. You get a few different portrayals of her parents as well. Her mom as this woman as this hussy. Who's going to run away and leave her all alone with her man, and a version of her dad, a fictionalized version of her dad that ran out on them, which we see
so opposite.
Exactly. As we get into Tennessee Mountain Home, we see that couldn't be farther from the truth, but she could be reckoning with something there. Did he run out on them? No, in reality he didn't, but in Daddy's Working Boots on My Tennessee Mountain Home, maybe she is working through this idea that he had sort of run out on them in another way, because he says all this work is how he shows his love.
Right.
He's never home,
right,
etc. Classic dad stuff. But
classic dad stuff.
So then another track in the middle of Coat of Many Colors is The Mystery, the Mystery.
So fucking beautiful.
What an odd song.
I know. It really struck me
She's
too.
pontificating about the mystery of everything, basically. And she's a God-fearing woman, and she sort of sees it through the eyes of her religious upbringing.
I wouldn't even consider her a God-fearing woman, honestly. I have issues.
She's a God-knowing woman.
Exactly. As a good Christian girl, I will say. I don't think I think she's very open-hearted and uses her Christianity for love and good.
Of course. Yes.
But this song was like this beautiful, like,
just like waxing philosophic about the big questions, and she comes away with it by the end of the song. Her ultimate takeaway, I think, is that why bother looking for the answer?
How fucking enlightened is that?
It's like, it is in a way. It's pretty based.
She's like, well, and this is kind of my attitude too, a little bit, which we were talking about a little bit in the car, where I'm like, maybe a little too like,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
That's what she's saying on The Mystery. The mystery is, don't fucking worry about it.
Maybe we both.
What are you so worried about?
Totally.
But fun song, and it shows it kind of demonstrates a little bit of range.
Totally.
For her.
Yes.
The last song I want to talk about on Coat of Many Colors is a beautiful transition into My Tennessee Mountain Home, because I think it could have been a track on My Tennessee Mountain Home, even though these are separated by a whole other album.
Right.
Early Morning Breeze. I think this fits so well into the mythology of My Tennessee Mountain Home. Is also an amazing, I think the best vocal performance on Coat of Many Colors.
I agree. Well, this is the thing with her voice that I wrote down in my little notes. You can feel her voice in your own chest.
Oh God, yes.
It's so big and beautiful and reverberates in a way that, like, again, it makes you so emotional, but also want to sing along, and like you grab onto her confidence, and it makes you feel very confident or grounded or connected to your own experience or spirituality, all that stuff.
I agree.
She's so cool.
She's extremely cool.
Amazing. She's
a vocal talent that I think should be like in the GOAT conversation.
Oh, she is. 100%. Right?
I would hope so, considering, I mean...
Do we just not know? Are we just too...
I don't know. Am I outside of that world?
Rate your music like garbage?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where we're just not getting involved in these...
But like I said, I hope that if you haven't heard this, if you're listening to this and you haven't heard the stuff that you do...
It's amazing.
So you know what we're talking about.
So I have things to say about her songwriting that you touched on a bit, where it's like this kind of this relatability that she has. The thing that I think is such a beautiful strength of country music specifically, the whole genre, especially country music from this time, is it makes you use your imagination very easily, and you're put very, like, I don't know, physically, but not really, just in your mind, into these stories, into these scenarios, into these situations that are so visceral and you can emotionally attach to so easily. Yeah, what I say, you can see everything that they're singing about, place you inside these songs. Like, and it makes you deeply empathize with these characters.
Yes.
I was listening to
Dolly's. She really paints a picture.
Totally
at her best.
I was listening to Johnny Cash too. A Boy Named Sue, obviously classic, Johnny Cash song.
Yeah.
Like you can fucking see everything that he's talking about.
Oh yeah, it's like you're watching it.
To Marty Robbins as well, and you know him.
Oh yeah.
Big Iron.
Big Iron.
And
El Paso.
They're hanging me tonight.
They're hanging me tonight.
Crazy.
That's a great song.
You know what's fucked up? Okay, let me tell you.
There's a Candlemass song called At the Gallows End that's like just like They're Hanging Me Tonight.
So Elliot, one time, this is not the first time that she's done this, by the way. I'm just saying.
Okay.
As context. Elliot, one time, her and I, it was like a beautiful sunny spring day, and I think we were going to go out and do something cute. She was like, we should listen to something kind of spring summery, like upbeat and cute. And I was like, okay, like, what are you thinking of? What do you want to listen to? And she was like, we should listen to, like, I don't know, Marty Robbins, like gunslinger ballads. And I was like, oh, okay. I haven't like heard that album. Sure, let's put it on. Okay, Big Iron, all that. There's like the 6 Acre song, whatever. And then it gets to They're Hanging Me Tonight, and there's a few others that are just like just fucked up cowboy songs and all this shit. And I was like, is this the fun springtime?
They feel summery in that they're oppressively hot, perhaps, and you can see the sun ripples on the horizon as you're listening to them.
But the other time she's done this is when we were in I was driving through a full white-out snowstorm, and we didn't have any service, and we were driving to like this cute like Christmassy town called Leavenworth in Washington, Oregon. I don't know. And Santa was there. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And
the real Santa, friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah. Couldn't fucking see shit. Out of service. I was like, okay, just like play something from my downloads. She puts on Songs for the Blind by Swans. And it was like one of the most harrowing experiences of my life. Gripping, I couldn't fucking see anything because my windshield wipers were freezing over. You can't see the road. There's nobody on the road. I don't know what's going on. And Michael Gira is just like pelting me in the face with these noises.
Elliot's
She's
the funniest guy I know.
insane. This bitch is so fucking crazy. Love her to death. Good God. I also want to talk about Dr.
Robert F. Thomas.
Robert F. Thomas.
Dr. Robert F. Thomas. So let's get into my Tennessee Mountain home, dude.
Yeah, that was the one that you actually assigned me, and we spent, half an hour talking about. It's both. Who
Don't
cares?
have to dwell on it. I've got the track list here. Here. I've got the track list here if you want to take a look.
Hello.
It opens with The Letter, which is a reading of a real letter that Dolly Parton wrote home. Really sets the mood.
Yes.
And I think it sets a promise that Dolly fulfills on this album. Dolly's storytelling prior to this was impeccable. Obviously, she spent years developing it. She leverages that impeccable storytelling to create probably the best autobiographical record ever.
Sure. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. It's this letter sets the mood, and then we get into I Remember. I Remember Mama and Daddy most of all. This is a very nostalgic album. Dolly's coming from a place of nostalgia and heartache and homesick. So we go from I Remember into the Old Black Kettle.
Oh,
I remember Mama and Daddy most of all. You know what else I remember is Mama's Old Black Kettle.
perfect.
Perhaps a metaphor for what we once had and is now lost, and all we have is the memories.
There's a lot of that on the album.
There's a lot of that.
Right.
It's very
And
pervasive
a
of the whole
lot
album.
Totally. And a lot of like remembering the bad times as nostalgic good times.
Yes.
That kind of
Knowing they were bad,
stuff.
appreciating what we have now, but wishing we could maybe go back and live it for one more day. Or something to that effect. After Old Black Kettle, which is about, in the text, it's about the black kettle that her mother owned and used.
Fed all 12 kids.
But fed all 12 kids out of that old black kettle. It's a shame it's gone, etc. As is her old life. Daddy's Working Boots. We go from Old Black Kettle, an object, a reliquary of her mother, into one of her father. I Remember Mama and Daddy most of all. Old Black Kettle into Daddy's Working Boots.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Just going to quickly interrupt. This is the first time that I think we've had anything of substance to say about any of the albums that we've talked about so far.
Thank fucking
Thank
God.
Finally.
Jesus Christ. Finally, we have something to say.
I know. It's beautiful.
Daddy's Working Boots. They formed his foundation. This is a cool song.
Oh, it's great. This was one that was making me really emotional.
Yeah.
Too. Like, just, again, the imagery is so severe and so vivid. And then she talks about, like, her dad's, like, place in heaven.
Yes.
And how he'd get a new pair of boots.
A new pair of golden boots.
Golden boots. I'm going to cry. Whew, I'm going to cry
He
again.
He worked so hard for the family. He worked all day, all night for the family. And those working boots, those were his foundation.
He's going to get a mansion in heaven and golden boots.
Yes.
Insane. So good. So the first time I listened to this was I was walking the dog around, and I was trying so hard not to burst into tears again in public on like a busy street around here. It was like, again, family stuff really gets me.
Yeah.
I'm super fucking close with my family. I lived with my brother for 4 years, maybe longer than that.
Before he went to his mansion in heaven.
Before he went to his mansion in heaven, he was getting his golden boots from Jesus.
Sorry, Isaac.
And I've always been super close with my parents, and I can very much relate to this album because very recently moved from Portland to the big city of Chicago, Illinois, and in hopes and prospects for bigger and better things.
Yes.
Out here in in good old Midwest.
Down on Music Row.
Down on Music Row. And that song, I was slapping my
What a
goddamn
slapper.
hip.
What a slapper.
Woohoo!
Okay. Dr. Robert F. Thomas.
I interrupted you. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no. I interrupted you because you brought up Dr. Robert F. Thomas. I wanted to get the tracks before that out of the way.
Number one Dr. Robert F. Thomas fan.
Dr. Robert F. Thomas was a mighty, mighty man.
Delivering babies left and right.
He was a preacher. He was a minister, in fact. He was a Baptist minister.
Wait, you looked him? You like did research on him? This isn't just from the song.
You know, I mean, part of it's from the song. Part of it's the fact that he was a real guy.
Well, yeah.
And Dolly Parton helped found the Dr. Robert F. Thomas Foundation.
What?
Which is a charity outreach program, I believe, in his honor. So I read like their biography of him. He was
so cool.
He was sent on a mission of the ministry to be the doctor of this mountain town where Dolly was born, and Dr. Robert F. Thomas evidently delivered her, along with many of the children, according to the song, in their town. He was a preacher and a doctor, which was common at the time.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful memorial to him.
Homage. Just.
It's. I think it speaks to Dolly's character that a song like this ends up on an album about her old life, and it also speaks to how important Dr. Thomas was to Dolly and to their family, and
Her
by
entire
extension,
town, too.
you imagine an entire region of Tennessee that didn't generally have access to healthcare.
Yeah. Except for this one doctor.
So I've just always thought this was a cool song. I'll never forget the name Dr. Robert F. Thomas.
It's also catchy as fuck.
It's a good song.
I was like, again, chatting with my brother and was singing this song out loud. He's like, shut the fuck up. He didn't tell me to shut the fuck up, but I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Dr. Robert F. Thomas.
So that's like the midpoint of the album. And she brings it down a little bit at this point. We get into In the Good Old Days. In the good old days when times are bad.
Yeah.
This is where we start to see her reckon with the life she left behind. I'm just speaking in Dolly Parton lyrics at this point. She talks about how they were poor, how there were a lot of them, how their house was broken down and fucked up.
Her dad's hands were, broken.
Blistered and bleeding and broken.
Her mom
was getting sick.
You're taking the words right out of my mouth. It's like we've listened to this album 1,000 times.
It's almost as if. Well, you
Well,
just want to play it over and over.
And it's also, all of the lyrics are so sticky. It's
Yes.
so easy to... I've only listened to it a couple of times. 3 times, I think.
But I find myself listening
Exactly.
intently. I'm like so there. It's immersive. It's really immersive.
But every single song is like, you bring up the title and you can immediately hear it, even
Yeah.
if you haven't listened to it that many times, because the way she is able to write... I mean, they're country songs, but they're also kind of structured like pop songs, too. They're so fucking catchy and sticky.
Yes.
And they're just really
And she goes on to have
impossible-
such a powerful like pop country career. What a surprise
But they're just
listening to this
impossible
stuff.
to forget.
Yeah.
Because her lyricism is just so good.
Yes.
The way she writes songs is so good.
So yeah, she starts to reflect on her upbringing, what they all went through, and how it really was hard for them. But she looks back on it with love because
gratitude.
because she was raised in a house of love. Her and all of her siblings, her fucking huge gaggle of siblings.
Can't even imagine.
And that's when we get the statement piece, the title track, My Tennessee Mountain Home. This is Dolly's greatest vocal performance ever, in my opinion, on the chorus of My Tennessee Mountain Home. This is a beautiful...
Is this a song where they're in the chorus, there's a big kind of harmony. There's
Yes.
a lot of...
There's like almost like a baritone harmony to the chorus, and she's really wailing on this one.
That one also makes me want to fucking cry.
Yes.
Because it's just because it's so overwhelming,
Yeah.
the emotion coming from her voice and everyone else's, and it also, like, that chorus hits you like a ton of fucking bricks because she's like, you know, she's not belting it throughout most of the stuff through verses, and then the chorus hits, and it's just like this beautiful, like,
great dynamic songwriting. I mean, it's a demonstration of, like, she was top of her craft, like, by a mile. Now, it's the title track. It's not the first song. Coat of Many Colors was the first song on Coat of Many Colors.
Sorry, these are disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm glad you finished it.
I'm glad you paid for it and I didn't.
But My Tennessee Mountain Home is about halfway through. Mm-hmm. Why is that? How does My Tennessee Mountain Home fit for you? Mm-hmm. How does it fit as a middle of the album track instead of opening with it?
I think maybe context, but also like structure and foundation, bringing it back to the object, bring it back to not the object necessarily, but like the physical
the
subject
perhaps
of it, right? The body of the essay, maybe, kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well,
tell me what you think.
I think that if this had been the opener, first of all, you would have been, I mean, kind of blowing your load early on this one because this is such a good song, but also we get to know everybody
exactly
on the first half before we get into My Tennessee Mountain Home. Mm-hmm. It sets the stage before My Tennessee Mountain Home in a way that I think makes where that song strikes on the album more compelling because it kind of feels like you live there with them if you're like really there with her.
Yeah. At that point, absolutely.
So that's an awesome song. We start after this to get into Dolly's present. We linger a lot on Dolly's past is how this album opens. Mm-hmm. We start to resolve into Dolly's present with The Wrong Direction Home.
Oh my God. This one also made me cry.
Really gut-wrenching idea that I think everyone can relate to.
I wrote that down in my
notes. That's like flown from the nest, you know?
In whatever way that means too. It doesn't even necessarily have to mean like physically leaving your home, but the emotional, you know, developments, growth, whatever.
Yeah, everybody has a starting point and a middle point and an ending point. And when Dolly says she's heading in the wrong direction home, she found a life of money and fame and success, and it's all she ever wanted to do was to be a singer. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't feel like she's home. So on the back half of this album, she goes home. Mm-hmm. The Better Part of Life is a song about basically it's a reunion song where she's back together with Mama and Daddy and all the siblings, and they're talking about the better part of life they left behind. Mm-hmm. That's the better part. That's what she's getting into. The good old days when times were bad, why were they good? It's because they had each other.
Yeah.
So, and she's taking that moment when they're all together at the end of this album to reflect on what she ran away from to follow her dreams, what she left behind. Mm-hmm. Of course, there was bad. They were poor. They were sick. They were hungry. But they had each other.
Going to bed starving at some point.
And she wishes in this moment that they had each other again. And that I think that she wishes that she could have brought everyone along with her, you know?
Yeah. But she had to do it on her own.
But she had to do it on her own. Mm-hmm. She had to fly away. Mm-hmm. And the last track on the album, I think this is kind of a thinker for me,
Down on
to be
Music
honest.
Row?
Down on Music Row.
A thinker.
This is kind of a thinker
Okay.
because of how it fits into the story.
Yeah.
Ends on a high note.
Definitely.
She's-
It doesn't feel like an end of the album.
It doesn't really.
No.
Down on Music Row is about we're going back in time. We were in her present, we were in her past, and then her present. Now we're going back again to right after the letter. Really, we're circling back to the very beginning when she arrives in Nashville,
Yeah.
and she's going around and giving out tapes and trying to get anyone to listen, which of course she eventually does.
Obviously. It's 73 and she has 11 solo studio.
Somebody was listening.
Everybody.
She actually calls out some RCA reps, execs by name on this
so
one. She's like putting them
cute.
over.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
Took a chance on me.
So the reason it's a thinker for me is structural.
Okay.
Because it's sort of chronological up until then, and then she swings back to that moment where her new life begins. But I don't take like umbrage with it. I think it's a good ending.
Yeah, I think so too. I also agree that it's because, like I said, it doesn't feel like the end of the album. Because then, like other, it was on autoplay and other shit would start playing. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Doesn't feel like much of a conclusion.
Right.
But I think it's good that it ended on something real catchy and high and like optimistic.
Yeah,
and,
and something that
hopeful.
reflects her reality, which is that she grew up in not the best circumstance, but fucking followed her dreams and found incredible success. And she's in the mid-era of her career in the early 70s.
Crazy to fucking think about. I truly couldn't get over
And
that.
she only has greater success ahead of her.
I know.
So I think in that way it functions as a good send off for the
Yeah,
album.
because then YouTube Music was playing like other. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Shit. And I was like, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's go. And this is where she ends up going,
Yes.
right?
I
Yeah.
wish every artist had a My Tennessee Mountain Home.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you want to hear have a My Tennessee Mountain Home?
Who would I want to hear?
Tell me.
Joe Walsh.
Oh, God. I don't know anything about him.
I want to hear him reflect on what brought him to Life's Been Good.
Yeah, where his Maserati is going 185.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's in the Eagles, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a guitarist and a vocalist in Eagles, not the Eagles.
Okay.
Not everyone realizes that.
I don't. I don't know.
Just Eagles.
All I know is Joe and the one song that we need to not make our theme song anymore because we will not make money.
We'll get
Joe
a theme.
will come for us.
We'll get a theme song together.
I think Isaac's gonna make one.
Cool. We're losing light here.
We've
We've been talking about Dolly for a long
Raw
time.
is also starting soon, but you have a game.
I have a game. Do we want to throw down some ratings for My Tennessee Mountain Home?
I mean, this is.
I don't
like-
really even want to rate it.
I don't know what to rate it.
I'll rate it a big fucking fat smooch on the cheek.
I was just about to say a hug.
A big fucking hug.
This gets a juicy kiss on the lips, lovingly, and a big hug. It gets a big old welcome home. That's what it gets. God damn it.
All right, let's play a game and then sign off.
Here's the thing. I'm nervous because the last time you put a game. By the way, I don't want to put out the first episode that we did.
You guys will see it eventually.
Yeah.
You'll see some of it.
I guess you'll see some. Whatever. I'll fucking edit it at some point. You came up with a word association game.
Yeah.
And you were like, has nothing to do with any of the music we've talked about.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And you said the word banjo, and I got scared.
Yeah.
And
Let's play.
No, I don't want to play
You don't
that
want
game.
You don't want to play. What do I call it? Talk about it.
Yeah, which is also a bad name. It's like a therapy thing.
Let's play. You ready? Let's play.
Okay.
Let's play.
You're like
Crown.
an annoying little brother.
Crown.
Birth.
Birth.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Crowning.
Well,
here's the thing. This is
coronation.
Jewels. Crown jewels. Did you? I'm not going to get into Irish history right now.
Next time.
Next time. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now.
Say it.
Crowning has been on the brain because.
Are you?
No, I wish. That would be crazy. Weird. That's not possible in my relationship. I'll just say that right now, unfortunately. The next album that I want to talk about is the new Earth Eater album, which is about. Have you heard Earth Eater?
No.
Oh, because I was like,
never even heard of Earth Eater.
Hold on, that was kind of a good impression of her. So, it's her newest album that I also have not heard.
Oh.
I was waiting. I wanted to maybe do something like that. But I listened to the first 2 songs and I was like, this is incredible. It's also very different than anything that we've been talking about. And I thought it'd be interesting to listen to it together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
love that. Look forward to it.
Hopefully, I think it'll make for a good conversation. But it's all about, she's a new mother and it's all about like her giving birth.
I see. Okay. Awesome.
Right. So that's where my word association went.
Okay. Cool.
Baby
okay.
birthing.
Cool. Good round. Okay. Let's play the new game. This is a game about Tennessee.
Oh, fun.
And it's about Tennessee history.
Fun.
Let me tell you about the world's first combination candy bar.
What?
Which was invented in Tennessee.
Wait, sorry, can I ask what a combination candy bar is?
A combination candy bar is...
like nougat and chocolate.
Is a candy bar that combines multiple elements.
Okay.
Like a Snickers or a Milky
Way
Way or
something. That was an insanely stupid question to ask. Me.
No, I'm glad you clarified.
Okay.
The world's first combination candy bar was invented in Tennessee.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it's called.
Okay.
It's called the Goo Goo Cluster. I think they might still make them, actually. The Goo Goo Cluster has 4 main ingredients.
Okay.
I'd like to give you 4 chances to name them all.
All ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay. The Goo Goo Cluster.
The Goo Goo Cluster is made of 4 things. It was the first combination candy bar.
Only 4 things.
4 things.
We're not doing
effectively 4 things.
Okay.
We're not going to do like inactives.
Right. Inactive ingredient. Okay. Sugar.
Okay, I'm not going to count sugar.
Okay.
I'm going to count that as an inactive.
Okay. Okay.
Sugar is an element of multiple of these ingredients.
Right, sure. It's a candy bar.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Marshmallow. Walnut.
Okay.
Or some sort of nut.
Yeah.
And goo goo cluster.
Goo goo.
Caramel.
Goo.
Did I nail it?
You're a fucking savant.
No way.
The Goo Goo Cluster consists of peanuts,
Okay.
caramel, marshmallow nougat, marshmallow,
Okay.
and it's covered in chocolate.
Fuck yeah.
Way to
dude.
fucking go.
I know. Thank you so much. I want a sweet right now, so maybe that's why.
Yeah,
it was so good.
We can get you a
Can
sweet.
we get candy?
Yeah, we can get candy.
Can we get candy before Rob?
But let me tell you about. Can I tell you about one more
I would love nothing more.
confection that was invented in Tennessee?
Yes.
I'm going to give you 3 in sort of a
3?
2 truths and a lie format.
Great.
Tell me which one of these was invented in Tennessee.
Okay.
Mountain Dew, the Moon Pie, and machine-made cotton candy, specifically from one of those machines, a candy floss machine.
I really want it to be Mountain Dew. I really, really want it to be Mountain Dew. I'm going to say Mountain Dew because I really want to be
I have
Mountain
great
Dew.
news for you. It's all 3. Thank you so much
Thank you, Tennessee.
for listening to Normal Music Podcast.
Thank you.
We'll
We actually talked about music this
We did.
time.
Thanks for bearing with us until we did that.
Thank you.
We're gonna go watch Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
And we'll see you. We'll see you in a week.
We'll see you in a week.
Catch us on socials.
This week we're actually posting stuff.
Yes.
We're starting.
We're gonna put our shit out there. We're gonna cast a line. We're gonna hook you.
Hook ya.
All right. Catch you later, guys. Thanks so much.
Normal music.